JP Namodaya to everyone. So this is the Action Committee formed from Tamil Nadu. I welcome you all. And we start the program with Buddha Vandana. I request Dr. Periyasamy Sakya to say the Buddha Vandana. Dr. Periyasamy Sakya is an anesthesiologist working as an assistant professor in Government Medical College, Trichy.
Okay.
Namo Dasa Bhagavato Aragato Samma Sambuddhasa Namo Dasa Bhagavato Aragato Samma Sambuddhasa Namo Dasa Bhagavato Aragato Samma Sambuddhasa Buddhang Saranang Gacchami Dhammang Saranang Gacchami Sangham Saranang Gacchami Tudiyambi Buddhang Saranang Gacchami Tudiyambi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami Tudiyambi Sangham Saranang Gacchami Tadiyambi Buddhang Saranang Gacchami Tadiyambi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami Tadiyambi Sangham Saranang Gacchami Panatipada Veramani Sikabadang Samadhiyami Adinnadana Veramani Sikabadang Samadhiyami Kamesu Michasara Veramani Sikabadang Samadhiyami Musavada Veramani Sikabadang Samadhiyami Sura Meraya Machabamatattana Veramani Sikabadang Samadhiyami Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you, Dr. Periyasamy Sakya. Thank you very much. And once again, I take the pleasure in initiating this 2025. The goal is to Indians to embrace Buddhism by the year 2025. So this is the mission with which we have all organized here today. And this is the action committee on behalf of Tamil Nadu to contribute in this mission, 10 crores. We, on behalf of Tamil Nadu, will actively participate and make this vision come. In Tamil Nadu, we have formed the action committee with a group of like-minded members who believe that the path to salvation is quitting Hinduism and embracing Buddhism. So this is the starting point for the liberation of Dalits. This is the belief that we all have on the follow of Babasaheb Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So we all follow his principles, and according to his principles, we have analyzed the presence of poverty, illiteracy, starvation, lack of basic needs, lack of political power, caste-based atrocities, and the injustice to such victims. All we have been analyzing, and we have always wanted to raise our voice against these. When analyzing, we came to know that all these are only the effects. So they are not the cause for the plight of the untouchables or the Bahujans in India today. The cause, actually, these are all the effects. Then what is the cause? The cause actually is the untouchability for the Dalits and the Hinduism, which is the cause. So unless we eradicate the cause, we cannot eradicate any of these effects. So with this knowledge only, we have been fighting for the rights of the Dalits in Tamil Nadu. And we realize that unless the Dalits come out of Hinduism, come out of the jail, come out of the clutches of the Hinduism, they cannot prosper. It is no use in giving them the basic needs without making them come out of Hinduism. Because our organization, our mindset, believe that once we give this freedom, once we give this key to liberty, he himself can come out, and he can start earning his basic needs. He can start earning his bread and butter. He can start his own education. He can start his own business. He can start his own economical growth. Everything starts from coming out of Hinduism. That is what. And because whatever knowledge you have, how much ever education you give, how much ever power you give, you will again. If
रास्ता फिर बहुत खराब चलिए ना पडरौना से
you
मैं पडरौना से हो
what you believe, and we have been seeing. See, this is Pon Radhakrishnan. Is one of the very eminent leaders in BJP. But when he goes to the Kanchi Sankaracharya, he is asked to sit on the floor. So that is the status. And this is L. Murugan, who belongs to the Dalit community. He is the head of the Tamil Nadu BJP now. But when he goes to meet the Kanchi Sankaracharya, he is asked to stand. There is not even a chair there. So when we come out of the religion, you get the equality. So we can say. So this is the key lies in the religion. That is why Baba Sahib, Dr. Ambedkar said, history of India is nothing but a history of conflict between Buddhism and Brahmanism. And this basic thing we have learned and we have been working. It is at this juncture we came to know and we saw this video. I'm just playing this video for you once more.
Sir, on 14th October 2020, you declared in Nagpur that 10 crore Indians will convert to Buddhism by 14th October 2025. How do you think this is actually going to happen? Because 10 crore is a pretty big number.
I know it. This is a very big number, and this statement is not given in a usual manner. Before giving this statement, I have thoroughly discussed with my colleagues and given thoughtful consideration. Thereafter, I declared. Because I know how it will become possible. We are, 110 crore Bahujans. So I have chosen only about 10%. That is not a big number. Secondly, we are going to organize a, coordination committee at national level. Also, we are
आगे से क्लिप सड़क कटी आगे से बाहर
Pushmit
Okay.
and he has killed him by hatching a conspiracy, and thereafter
I'm sorry about that audio. So when we heard our honorable minister talk about this conversion, we were all excited and we all thought that we should support this mission, and that is why we came together. We got in touch of the honorable minister through Dr. Mariraj, professor in Jipmar Pondicherry. So he could connect to the minister, and then he conveyed the message to all our members. and we all were very excited, and we wanted to meet the minister, have a personal discussion, and we wanted to share our views and take his expert opinions on this mission, and that is what has brought us here today. So out of this 10 crores that the mission is aiming at, we would, on behalf of model, we would like to contribute at least 1 crore, because that is the aim. And in Tamil Nadu, we know the population, this is based on the 2011 census, the Buddhism is only 0.02%. That is such a pathetic situation. So Baba Sahib Dr. Ambedkar denounced Hinduism and embraced Buddhism in 1956. Even after more than 60 years, this is a pathetic situation. The state, though we have all the followers of Baba Sahib Dr. Ambedkar, we still have the numbers only in 11,186. This is much less than even Sikhism. This is very hard to believe, and this is the plight, and we have to take it forward. And if not now, then when? If not we, then who? So this was the driving factor behind us, and we all organized, and we wanted to change this number, because only when we change this number, true liberation of Dalits lie there. And this is a golden opportunity for us. In 2021, the census is going to come, and we have to revise this number. In 2011 census, it was only 11,000, and now we are aiming at 1 crore. That is the 1 crore target is there, and we have 5 years for this, and we'll all sit together and we'll work. And this is the mission 2025, and we have formed this action committee. This action committee has been formed with 100 members, and today we have a collection of around 58 members. This is the list. We have 58 members who have already given their details, and we are yet to get the details of 42 more members. This action committee will be formed of 100 members. We now have 58 out of them. The age distribution starts from 19. The youngest member, action committee member, is only 19-year-old female, and the oldest 74-year-old retired employee, and he is there with all his experience and guidance. And we also have very young members who all have very high enthusiasm and gender. Out of this 58, we have 5 females and 53 males. And out of this 58, we have 50 Buddhists who have already embraced Buddhism and practicing Buddhists, and we have 8 of other religions. And profession-wise, we have 24 doctors out of this 58, 2 doctorates, PhD holders who are research scientists, and 3 from the revenue department, 2 sub-registrars, and 3 people who are doing business, 4 belonging to the private sector, 3 engineers, 10 government sectors, 1 paramedical person, 1 social worker, 1 student, 1 professor, 2 teachers, 1 film director, and 2 others. So this is such a vast, widespread profession with different walks of life, different experience. We have all gathered with a common mission, because the driving factor is, I believe my people will sacrifice everything to establish Buddhism in India. This is what Baba Sahib left us in India. And here we are gathered to take up this mission and to make this vision of Baba Sahib true. And that is, for this, we have gathered here, and we welcome our Honorable Minister, Cabinet Minister of the Government of Delhi. And I request Dr. Balasubramanian to deliver the formal welcome address and introduce the chief guest to the audience today. Dr. Balasubramanian is a cardiologist. He is the professor and head of the department in the Government Trichy Medical College. Welcome, sir. Bala, sir.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Rajwardhan. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Rajwardhan, for the wonderful words. Respected Rajendra Pal Gautam sir, Honorable Cabinet Minister and Government of Delhi, Dr. Rajwardhan, Member, Buddhist Tamil Nadu Minorities Commission, Government of Tamil Nadu, members of Action Committee of Mission 2025, Jai Bhim, Namo Buddha to all of you. It is my privilege and honor to extend a very, very warm welcome to Sri Rajendra Pal Gautam sir, Honorable Cabinet Minister in the Government of Delhi, and all the esteemed members of Action Committee of Mission 2025 for the first ever Zoom meeting. Sir, we are greatly impressed and appreciate your announcement made in Nagpur on 14th October 2020, where you publicly declared that by 14th October 2025, 10 crore Bhagavaduns will embrace Buddhism. When asked by the reporter that 10 crore is a big number, you confidently replied that 10 crore is only 10% of our people and I see no difficulty in making 10 crore of people to embrace Buddhism. And secondly, you all went on to turn the pages of history and said that 10 crore Bahujuns are not converting to Buddhism, but reverting to Buddhism, the religion of our forefathers and great forefathers. So that was a confidence by which you made all these statements on 14th October 2020 at Nagpur. So to achieve this target, 10 crore Bahujuns embracing Buddhism, under Mission Jai Bhim, we have been traveling to parts of UP, Agra, Hathras, Haryana and Punjab, and to know the pulse of the people about Buddhism. Now, every corner, I believe, we have been given to understand that our people are very, very interested in embracing Buddhism. So, encourage and overwhelming response of the people who have decided to form a national level committee and a body of bhikkhus who will be meeting on March 20th by 2021. Now, all your actions, which speaks high about your planning, dedication to fulfill the objective of establishing Prabhupada Bharat in our country. Now, Baba Sahib said, I believe my people will sacrifice everything to establish Buddhism in our country. Prabhupada Bharat is a child, brainchild of Baba Sahib, and it will be our fitting tribute to fulfill his mission objective to make India a Prabhupada Bharat. Sir, an ideal leader is one who knows the way, who shows the way and leads the way. And we see an ideal leader in you. So to work with you and strengthen your hands, we, the committed Ambedkarites of Tamil Nadu, have formed an action committee of 100 dedicated Ambedkarites who will strengthen your hands in this noble vision. So, sir, October 14, 2025 is just 58 months away, and we have great homework to do. With great planning and committed Ambedkarites, we find no reason why we should not be able to achieve this target. So, my dear brothers and sisters, I also have the dual responsibility of introducing our minister to the audience. So, I also have the honor of introducing him. Sri Rajendra Pal Gautam sir is an advocate by profession and holds a postgraduate diploma degree in human resource management from the University of Delhi. He has been an ardent advocate of social movement since his college days. So he joined Samta Sainik Dal, an organization started by Baba Sahib himself. He joined the organization in 1987 as a foot soldier. His hard work and dedication commitment in the organization saw his elevation as the National General Secretary in the year 2002. From 2002 to 2010, he served with distinction for nearly 8 years. So, under his guidance, Samta Sainik Dal was awarded Dr. Ambedkar Ratna Award in the year 2017. So, Samta Sainik Dal, under his guidance, has also credited of converting number 26 Alipur Road in Delhi, where Baba Sahib attained Mahaparinirvana, into a national memorial. And then he later on joined Aam Aadmi Party in 2015. And then on, he had been a cabinet minister in Aam Aadmi government, and today, currently, is a cabinet minister, which has a portfolio of social welfare department, SC department, then register of cooperative societies. As a welfare minister, he has touched and changed the life of Safai Karamchari and Safai Karamcharis. We know what is the pain and suffering of Safai Karamcharis. By arranging bank loans, he has transformed the life of sewage workers into entrepreneurs. So that was the transformation in the life of Safai Karamcharis. Notwithstanding, meritorious SC and ST students of schools have been given professional coaching class for the entry into professional as well as civil service examination. Also, every year, 100 SC and ST college students will be getting scholarship to go abroad to complete their PhD. So, service of our minister to the supposed classes are endless and unlimited. Sir, on behalf of Action Mission 2025, we wholeheartedly wish you that your services to our people will continue for the Delhi government. And I give my assurance on the part of Mission 2025, we Ambedkarites from Tamil Nadu will strengthen your hands in achieving this object of achieving Prabhupada Bharat. With these few words, I once again extend a very, very warm welcome to our Minister, sir, and thank the organizers for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Jai Bhim, Namo Buddhaya.
Thank you very much, Bala sir.
Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Yes, sir. We now request our chief guest to address the gathering, and I request all the audience to note down your questions and put it in chat box. So at the end of the session, we'll have an interaction with our chief guest, and that will be followed by the vote of thanks. That is today's program. I now welcome our chief guest, Honorable Minister, to deliver the audience. Over to you, sir.
Namo Buddhaya, Jai Bhim to all. Like to congratulate you for live. And I'm very happy. I just leave my UP and here I'm going to embrace Buddhism with at least your
Sir, you're muted, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now we can.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Happy that you all people are joining. You all are joining hands in this mission, and I want to give you a target. At least 1 crore people must be converted into Buddhism in 2025, and you all should also, organize a meeting in the first week of January 2021, where we should call people from Trivandrum, from Kerala, from Karnataka, Telangana, and Andhra also at Madras. We should prepare them. This is the only way to get liberty. Otherwise, RSS people are working to make us slave again. They are, politically as well as socially, religiously, culturally, they are destroying our mission. Our mission and this is this opportunity, and they will get organized in such a way. They will destroy us. They already destroyed our reservation. They already destroyed our culture. They already decision to join hands and put India. I am just visiting the last.
Sir, you are muted, sir.
Sorry, it automatically become unmute.
Yes, yes. There is
Hello?
a signal disturbance.
Are you getting my point?
Yeah, yes, there are some interruptions. We are not able to hear you continuously. There's a little bit of interruption. Now we can hear you, sir.
Because I am in the way na.
Yeah, yes.
I'm in car. We are 110 crore Bahuchans. And in Tamil Nadu, I think we are more than 85% Bahuchans in Tamil Nadu. So I have collected all the data from India, all over India, from all states. And I came to know we are more than 85% Bahuchans in India.
So again, you're on mute, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You can hear you, sir.
Sorry. We have to work together. We have to create teams, states. One committee at all over India level, and other committees, state-wise committees. And today we started from Madras, from Tamil Nadu, and thereafter I will visit other states also, and I will create coordination committees in all the states of India. So we should organize the program, but in detailed discussion we can have only in physical meeting. If possible, then please organize a meeting in the month of January 2021, so that we can discuss in detail how we will get success. But this is possible. This is not impossible target, because of our population and because lakhs of our people, those are missionary, they are working. Hello, are you hearing me? Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you, sir. No problem.
Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
I just wanted to say lakhs of our missionary people are working throughout India, but they are working in unorganized manner. If we will organize all of them, then this number will become in lakhs, right? So this is our duty. We should all organize, and thereafter, and this is not a tough target. This is an easy target. But if we will work sincerely with a team manner, then certainly we will get succeed, right? So, I am a cabinet minister. This is not a big thing. I think to make our people convert our people into Buddhism, it's a big, big moment or achievement for my life. Hello, are you getting?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Actually, it is disturbed again and again.
Now it is okay, sir. Continue, sir.
So, you ask everyone whether they are ready and willing to organize a meeting of South Indian 75 states at Tamil Nadu. If we is good. If you are already one, so that we can prepare a South Indian coordination committee of all states. Thereafter, I'll visit in Himachal Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand committee of all states. Thereafter, I will call a meeting in Delhi. We'll organize a coordination committee at India at June at international level, which was at all. Hearing this,
Sir, your signal is lost. Okay, I think there is some signal interruption. The minister is not online. I'll call him now. Okay, and can we all mute our videos? Sir, you are on mute, sir, now. Sir, can you please unmute yourself, sir? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. There was an interruption, sir. We lost your signal.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
I thought to call a meeting in Delhi.
Sir, we
Hello.
lost signal for 2 minutes.
Hello.
Sir, we now we can hear you, sir.
I'm just parking my car.
Yes, sir. Please, sir. Yeah, that will be better, sir. Because
Just wait for half minute.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hello.
Now we
Ji.
can.
I am Delhi, and I would like to invite the representative of all states, and thereafter. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello. I will call a meeting in Delhi, and I will call representative of all states. Then I want to create a coordination committee, constitute a coordination committee of India, and we will give target to all state representatives, and they will themselves decide how much people convert in their state. As Karnataka has decided 30 lakh people. Gujarat has decided 1 crore people, and in UP about 2.5 crore people will embrace Buddhism. So I want at least Tamil Nadu, a big state, they must take a target of 1 crore, because we want to cross this 10 crore target, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So first of all, if you are all agreed, then please call a meeting, a physical meeting, in the month of January 2021, so that we could prepare a plan for Tamil Nadu, as well as other four South Indian states like Telangana, Andhra, Karnataka, and Kerala also. So their representative also must be invited at Tamil Nadu, right? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
So you all has heard me. I'm thankful to you all. Thank you very much. Namo Buddhaya, Jai Bhim.
Jai Bhim, Namo Buddhaya. Thank you very much, sir. That gave us a lot of motivation, and we are happy that your mission is starting from Tamil Nadu. So Tamil Nadu has always been the forerunner of all great revolutions, and for this great revolution which is going to happen in 2025, we are so excited and we are so proud that it is starting from Tamil Nadu. So when you mentioned that your first meeting is with the Tamil Nadu, then it is a real great honor for us, and we will all stand by your trust and the confidence that you have on us. So we will arrange for a physical meeting as you have requested in the month of January. So meanwhile, we, the action committee members, will meet physically. We'll discuss on these points, and then we'll confirm the date, and we'll inform you, sir, and confirm your date also. And
Okay.
And we during that physical meet, as you have requested, we'll also invite a few representatives from the other southern states like Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Kerala. So this much we can do. I think that will be our next step in the month of January. So we'll have a physical meeting along with the representatives of the other states. So with that assurance, we now open up the session for question hours, sir. I request all the members to please post your questions in the chat box so that we can address it to our chief guest. And already we have a few questions from Dr. Muthu. He is a urologist and he is a leading laparoscopic surgeon in Chennai. And he has posed a few questions, sir. First thing is, he is asking, what is the target population? Are we targeting only the Dalits or the Bahujans? How is it? What is your plan for this?
All Bahujans, 85% population of India. Because if you will, take their blood and send it to some pathological lab and get the DNA tested, then you will come to know 85% of people are of We have the same blood. We are the son of system. This is our target. So we will certainly, destroy this caste system in India, and we will all embrace Buddhism, and then we will be called Buddhists. No caste, no barriers. Jati todo, samaj jodo. So we will get intercaste marriages also, and we are also doing this in UP, Maharashtra, Delhi. Already we are working on it. So many people are working, getting married intercaste among Bahujans. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got your point, sir. So it is not only Dalits; it's all the Bahujans, because you substantiate that point with the ancestral root of Buddhism in all Bahujans. Yes, sir. And people in government service, how they can actively involve themselves in this mission? So that is concern. Can you address that, sir?
They can easily involve in this mission. This is social work. These are not the political activities. CCS rules applies only on government officials if they are joining political meetings. But this is not a political activity, man. Whether they are in government job or not, it doesn't make any difference.
Okay, sir.
So there is no legal barrier.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that. And the next question is, in this mission, when we take forward this mission 2025, will we anticipate any opposition? What will be the opposition like, and how we are going to tackle that? Can you please enlighten us on that?
Actually, we will not say it is a conversion. We will say we all are originally Buddhist, and we are going back, returning back to our forefathers' Dhamma, as well as our forefathers' culture, rich culture. Right? So where are the barriers? When we read Indian history, then we came to know we were all Buddhist, and Pushmit Singh destroyed our religion, killed our emperor, and killed all Buddhist monks, and then convert into this caste-based system. So we are just returning back to our, our Dhamma. I think it doesn't harm to anybody, because this believes in equality, fraternity, and justice and freedom. It needs everyone. Then what is the problem? And wherever problem will came in the way, then we will see how to tackle with that. I don't think there is any problem.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. And now we have a question from Dr. Gunashegaran. He belongs to the Babasaheb Doctors Association, and he has posed two questions. One is, sir, is there any strategy to reach out to the common man? How do you do that? Can you please give us some suggestions for reaching out to the common man with this mission?
I think it is the coordination committee of states. These COVID coordination committee of states will constitute district level committees, and district level committees will constitute tehsil level committees, and these committees will go to village, and they will meet the people and will let them know what about the history of our forefathers and about rich culture of belonging to our forefathers. So this will work in the door to door in the villages. Then everybody will organize, and we will join on the social media also, and we will spread this message of justice, love, and affection throughout India and throughout our community, throughout Bahujans.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. And his next question is...
Any other question?
Yes, sir. When we plan for such an organization, when we reach out to the common man, and as you said, we'll build up multiple committees on district level, tahsil level, village level, we will need certain financial needs. And his concern is, do you have any plans of how to raise this financial need? Can you give us suggestions on that?
We will print some, catalogs in which we will provide our forefathers' history as well as the benefit what we will give us to after embracing Buddhism, what will happen, and we will be benefited in a manner. So we will describe everything on a paper, and we will distribute these papers to our people, village to village, right?
Okay, sir. Okay. Sir, yes, sir. The next question is from Dr. Periyaswamy Sakya, who is working in the government medical college.
Yeah.
His question is, we are all politically divided. What is the strategy to bring all the political parties with this mission?
When we will organize in social way, then certainly we will organize in a political way also, right? So because we are bifurcated in caste and religion, but all people are belonging to the same blood. So this is the base. We are from the same blood. We are the son of same father. So we should tell them what is benefited to them and what is in their interest and what is against their interest. And when we will meet everyone and everyone will be convinced by way of all literature as well as oral discussion, then certainly we will be able to get their faith, and then everybody will be happy to join our organization, our mission. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. We got that point. Your suggestion, when we reach out to the public, revolution in the social level, automatically the political leaders will also organize. We got the point. And from Mr. So he is asking, scheduled castes, as per the definition, they don't belong to Hinduism. So it is a list of castes who
are in the way, are welcoming on the road.
Sir?
Yes, please repeat the question again.
Yes, sir. This question is from...
Actually, so many people are there on the road.
Okay, okay. Yes, sir. Yes. This is from Mr. Rajesh Sivasanga. He is asking, scheduled caste by definition is not belonging to Hindus. The list of castes who do not...
Yes, this is true. We are not Hindus.
Yes, sir.
And we will tell all people, yeah, what about origin? Our origin, right?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, is it possible for the government to issue an order that all scheduled castes...
1 minute, please. Eh?
Yes, sir.
Sorry for interruption. Just half a minute.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
आगे बात करेंगे. हेलो. Hello.
Go ahead, sir.
Sorry, because many people are waiting on the way and they are welcoming. That's why disturbing this way is creating.
No problem, sir. Are you okay now, sir? Can we continue?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Is it possible for the government to issue an order that all the scheduled castes are Buddhists?
There is an order of Government of India because that was passed in the Parliament. Anybody who want to get his caste certificate, in the form he can, when he apply for caste certificate, in the form, in the column of religion, he should write Buddhism, and in the column of caste, he should write his caste. Then he will get the caste certificate, and he will be benefited of the reservation policy, because people are afraid if we will embrace Buddhism, then we will not be able to, we will not be entitled to get benefit of reservation. But this is not true. Even after embracing Buddhism, you can get the caste certificate and you can get benefit of reservation. There is no harm, nothing wrong, right?
Yes, sir.
And in the census, when anybody come to your house for census, then you should tell your caste. But in the religion column, you should tell them we are Buddhist. Then our population will go up, more than 10% during this 2021 census.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Then China will be with us, Japan will be with us, all Buddhist countries will come with us.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, and the next question is from Dr. Satwa, who is an anesthesiologist in Chennai. So he is asking about, there is a recent UP Love Jihad Act. So will that be a problem when we are planning for a mass conversion? Will there be any government act like
Actually, you will surprised to see when I declared before the media that we are going to embrace Buddhism, 10 crore people. Now, after 2 days, Mr. Mohan Bhagwat, RSS chief, came to Ghaziabad, near to Delhi. And thereafter, after 2 days discussion, they issued this ordinance to stop us. But they cannot stop us because fundamental right gives us liberty of faith, of religion and culture, right? So any act or any law made by any government cannot override the fundamental rights, right? And fundamental rights comes under the basic structure of Indian Constitution. There are several judgments of Honorable Supreme Court as well as Honorable High Courts, just like the Keswanandan Bharati case, Minerva Mills case, and there are other so many cases where the Supreme Court by full majority has held that a basic structure of Indian Constitution cannot be amended. And by way of this ordinance, they have override the fundamental right, and this is a violation of basic structure, violation of fundamental right. And so we are moving to the Supreme Court to get this law ultra vires declared, null and void declared.
Okay, sir. Are there any more questions? You can please put it in the chat box. Sir, how much more time we have, sir, for our interaction?
Actually, after 5 minutes, there are hundreds of people are waiting for me in a meeting. Because for yesterday, I am regularly taking meetings in Kushinagar as well as in Gorakhpur, UP.
Okay, sir. Okay. So,
and you will happy to learn. You will happy to learn that there, Shravasti, Devariya, Kushinagar, most of the SC, ST, OBC people are having faith in Buddhism, and they are all going to mass conversion, mass embracing the Buddhism.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, so in that case, then can we move on to the vote of thanks, sir? Because you are running out of time.
Yeah, I have only 2-3 minutes more.
Okay, so
thereafter, I will join another meeting.
Okay, sir. Then
physical meeting in Kushinagar.
Okay, so then I request Dr. Mariraj, who is a surgeon working as assistant professor in the JIPMER, Pondicherry, kindly give your vote of thanks.
Yeah. Able to hear?
Yes, yes.
Jai Bhim, Namo Buddhaya. I would like to mention the 2 quotes of the Baba Sahib. Life should be greater than long. And one more quote, famous quote, low aim is big grind. So Buddhist India is our ultimate aim and is the very, very biggest dream and aim of our mission. Part of that mission 2025 is a first step to start the Buddhist India. So Buddhist India is not a Buddhism, is not a religion. It is the only religion is going to create an egalitarian society in India. Before I want to start, a great man is different from eminent one in that he ready to be the servant of the society. I am very honored. I am for this occasion to thankful to Honorable Cap Minister of Delhi government, Rajendra Pal Gautam sir. I am very, I don't have the words to describe your response, imminent promote response after seeing my text message. I am very happy to say the word. I don't have the words, sir. First of all, I want to tell one thing. In Baba Sahib, only the human being that worked in the social movement, political movement, as well as the political party. But the Rajendra Pal Gautam sir, you are the one of the man. You are working in the. You clearly have the idea. You are a politician, same as well as you are working strongly in the social movement and in the to rebuild the Buddhism in India. And so you're I don't get any words. Every time, if you within 5 minutes, you are getting the answer, I getting the reply from you. So I don't have how to appreciate your commitments and dedication towards this mission, and we are happy to part of it. So I want to take a few more minutes. So I want to thank once again from my bottom of heart and Rajendra Pal Gautam sir, Cabinet Minister. So thank you, sir. Thank you for this occasion. Thank you for a wonderful opportunity to discuss with you. And you clearly mentioned that your points are all you clarified all our questions, and you cleared the mission next level. So surely, sir, we will do the physical meeting as soon as possible. For some maybe that recording, some corona reasons we are unable to assure immediately. We will discuss within 15 days, sir, for that. So okay. I want to thankful again Dr. Rajavardhan sir, Buddhist Minority Commission member, Tamil Nadu. I want to thank Bala Subramaniam sir, cardiologist, for the wonderful introductions. I want to thank Sakya sir for the Buddha Vandana. So I want to thank all those members of Mission 2025. So I want to once again would like to mention the word quote. I believe my people will sacrifice everything to establish Buddhism in India. And I want to tell one more message, last message of Baba Sahib. Please go to the people. So now you are doing, sir, you are going to the people and you are telling the continuous missionary activities, and we will win because we have the truth. We will never fail in this, our mission. So thank you for the wonderful, thank you for everyone to give the opportunity, wonderful opportunity to me to give the vote.
Maharaj, thank you very much. Thanks for the wonderful vote of thanks. With the permission, with the Honorable Minister's permission, I just want to have only one speaker, one participant to say her comments. We have a young participant, Senthamil Inmori, who wants to say a few words. And we have just 1 or 2 minutes of your time, sir.
Yeah.
Inmori, please go ahead. Yeah, your voice is not audible, Inmori. No, there's some problem with your audio. You're unmuted only, but we are not able to hear you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, I have some ideas to complete our target in 2025. Shall I share it now?
Please, please.
Okay, so actually, we need our people to get in a government jobs, or they have to be in a higher official, so we can do greater change in this society. So we need a government job. So we need coaching centers and then second is we need political leaders from our community because RSS have doing coaching for them and they become the politicals, but we don't have from Buddhist and Ambedkar thought. So we need political leaders from Buddhist and Ambedkar. Next is higher industrials organizations from Adani, Ambani. They are in higher positions in industrials. So we need owners also from small banks. Also we need our owners. So we need to make our people to be in ownerships. Then we need for media power, we have to do many films according to Ambedkar and Buddhist thoughts. We need web serials, short films we have to take. And fifthly, we have to promote Buddhist and Ambedkar thoughts through our coaching camps. We can conduct many quiz competitions for this. Already we have conducted 47,000 people to participate in the quiz competition. So we have to conduct quiz and other coaching camps like RSS or doing. So we need to promote ourselves also, so that we can go towards the students and we can make students to participate and to embrace the Buddhism. So that's all, sir. These are my ideas from my. Thank you.
We are already working on it. Certainly, we will get it soon.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
We
you.
are also making plans to economic strengthening of our society. Don't worry. Soon we'll get it.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you, Nandri.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Namo Buddhaya, Jai Bhim.
Jai Bhim.